This is David. Yesterday, our audience voted on which of these three women will be best for him. Today, you'll find out who he chose as his date. And this is Marty. She says most women are selfish, and that includes her. Which of these men did she choose? Which will our audience choose? Today on Love Connection, you'll find out who they picked, who the audience picks, and everything that happened on their dates. Now, here to tell us more about Love Connection is our host, Chuck Willery.
Thank you, Rod. Thank you, everybody. Yes, it's good today. Thank you, and welcome to Love Connection, where we've got a new way for singles to meet, and here's how it works. Now, we've compiled a videotape library of more than 1,000 attractive and available single people, and we select some of those singles and show them 3 videotapes. Then they choose the one that they're most attracted to, and they go out on a date. Then they come here and they tell us what happened on the date. Now, to begin with, let's meet a man who selected a date from our video library. He's from England, and he prefers women with a minimum of jewelry and makeup. Please welcome David Block. Welcome back, David.
Thank you. Glad to be back.
Good to see you again.
I'm getting used to this.
I know. Now, David, you don't like makeup or jewelry?
Not really. I prefer something very simple. It's like having a meal which is laced with garlic and you can't taste the food.
Oh, okay. Well, that's one way to look at it. Now, you were about to tell us who you chose as your date when we ran out of time. So let's bring everybody up to date, okay? Now, yesterday we showed the audience David's 3 choices, and they voted for the one that they thought would be best for him. Now, let's take a good look at all 3 of them again, okay? First, there was Marjorie, a 29-year-old interior designer, then Karen, a 30-year-old research analyst, and finally there was Linda. She's a real estate agent who's 30. Now, the audience vote was already recorded yesterday, and we'll get to that a little bit later, but first, let's ask David who he chose and why.
The one in the middle. That's Karen.
You chose Karen?
Yes. I think somebody out there also chose her for me.
Is that right?
Good taste.
Why did you pick Karen?
She was the one with the sparkling personality. And she just came on the screen when I saw the video, and I said, sold.
That was it.
And I knew I was going to have a great date.
Right. Now, on Love Connection, we always get both sides of the story, and we ask our couples not to speak to each other after their date. Now, Karen's backstage, so let's say hello to her, huh? Karen Camus. Hi, Karen.
Hi. Hi, Chuck. Hi, David.
How you doing, honey?
I'm fine.
Good. Well, Karen, David got to see you. You didn't get to see him. What was your first impression when you saw him?
My first impression, he wasn't quite the type guy that I normally am attracted to. You know, I like, as he saw in my videotape, big guys with hairy chests. But David has a lot of charm and a lot of sophistication, and that was very attractive to me.
Uh-huh.
She's gorgeous. It's so good to see her again. She was late.
Really? How
Yeah,
late?
I sent her, when I set up the date, in fact, she called me at my office as a response to the message I left on her answering machine. I was really very attracted to just her style. I sent her a nice card saying how much I was looking forward to the date, and I sent her a map of how to find my house, because people get lost in Venice.
Sure.
She got lost.
How late?
An hour and a half.
Oh,
that's
David!
late. Why were you so late?
It didn't matter, because
Why were you
the
late,
waiting just spiced it up.
Why were you late?
I got lost.
Oh, okay. So what happened then? Now, she got there, and you looked at her and went...
When it's hot weather, I don't like to wear much in the way of clothes, so I had on my shorts. And I knew the sun was hot, so I asked her to put some suntan cream on my back. And I noticed when she was doing this, she seemed to be enjoying it a lot.
It's a very sensual experience to put suntan lotion on somebody's back.
She was enjoying it.
And then he turned around and gave you a kiss?
No, in fact, what he did was very charming. He said, do you mind if I give you a kiss?
And he did, huh?
You're such a gentleman, and it was so charming. Yes, and he did, and it was very nice.
Oh, good. I like to hear that. So,
I like to do it again. Oh, dinner. Dinner, definitely.
Was dinner
Oh,
interesting
superb.
experience?
Truly sinfully sensuous experience. As the sun was going down, candles on the table, and I'd taken my camera, Polaroid, and got to pick somebody next table took a photo of us, and it was just really wonderful. Just sitting there and enjoying being together.
That's great. It's time to see who the audience selected. Let's take a look over here and see who they picked, okay? You got lucky. Marjorie, 44%. They didn't figure the same way you did. Interesting situation here. We can pick up the tab for your next date if you'd like to go out with Marjorie. What would you like to do?
There's no way I would go out with Marjorie. When I'm comparing with Karen, only Karen.
Oh, Karen, is that okay with you?
Yes, it's fine with me.
Well, come on out here then. Nice. You guys make a very nice couple. You
Glad
really
you
do.
noticed.
Of course I noticed. Yeah. We have a nice gift for both of you. We want to thank you very much for coming on the show and sharing your delightful evening and afternoon experience with us.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Will you keep us abreast of what's going on?
Yes.
We'll let you know.
Please. Okay, we're going to come back with another couple in just a moment. Hang in there, folks. Now it's time to meet a lady who chose a date from our video library. She's from South Bend, Indiana, and says she's never met a man who wasn't interested in romance. Please welcome Marty Jackson. Hi, Marty.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, honey. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All men, every man that you meet is interested in romance. Just with you or just in romance, period?
Well, I would say that they're all interested in romance, and some a little more than romance.
When you meet a man that you like, what's the first thing that you notice about him?
His behind.
I beg your pardon?
His behind. That's the first thing I notice.
I'll tell you what, now that we know a little bit more about you, I don't know whether we can go on with this. We're going to show you a portion of the tapes that Marty saw, okay? Now, you in the audience and you at home watch very closely because you're going to get to pick the man that you think's best for her, okay? Now, first there was Tom, and he's from Nigeria. Likes tennis and movies and says he can't figure out women.
I think men would generally tell a woman how they feel about her, you know. But for a woman, even if she likes you or not, even if she likes you, she just won't say anything. And then you'll be struggling, you know, and keep racking your brains wondering what's happening.
Next, there was Anthony. Now, he was raised in Northern California. He loves to roller skate, and he describes the type of woman he goes for.
If she can stay in the room with me for 10 minutes, we're doing okay. All sorts of ladies. Physically fit, you know. Mainly, I'm looking for a lady who's taking care of herself.
Finally, you watch Jim. Now, he grew up in Norfolk, Virginia. He likes to write poetry, and he has some observations about women. Here they are.
I was talking to this young lady today, and she said, I don't trust a man any farther than I could see him. And I found that to be generally the attitude of most of the ladies that I've run into out here. I guess the guys have been treating them so bad. Nice guy like me comes along, I don't have a chance.
Before we find out who Marty chose as her date, let's take a look at all three men once again, okay? First, there was Tom. Now, he's a 27-year-old pilot. And then Anthony, he's a 28-year-old musician. And finally, Jim, he sells display advertising, and he's 27. Okay, audience, time to vote again. Now, who do you think's the best man for Marty? Here in the studio and at home, please make your choice right now, okay? We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to meet the man that Marty selected, and we're going to find out everything that happened on their date. We'll be back to do that in just a minute. Stay with us.
Dry eyes still feel gritty, rough, or tired? With MyBo, eyes can feel MyBo. MyBo is the only prescription dry eye drop that forms a protective layer for the #1 cause of dry eye, too much tear evaporation. For relief, that's MyBo. Oh, yeah. Remove contact lenses before using MyBo. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. MyBo. Oh, yeah. Ask your eye doctor about prescription MyBo.
Is everything okay down here?
What a lovely morning.
No one torments my family but me.
What's that? Great shot. You're human, Dad. Oh, no. I have a total dad bod.
What's your talent?
Let's roll! Boy, that was fun.
And then you just tell them, we'll get back to you. Next up, lawyers. The first call is free. I know, right? You can call this law firm 24/7 for free. We charge people all year round and hardly ever talk to them.
I do that.
Yeah, and that is what makes us the insurance company.
I used to work for the insurance company, and I know the games they play. That's why you need the Texas Law Dog. Call me, and yes, it's free.
My name is Jesus.
This is going to be good.
From the creators of The Chosen, you can experience the greatest adventures ever told.
This is the best day ever.
The Chosen Adventures on Prime Video.
These players aren't just playing the game. They're building the future.
All right.
They're making it an Olympic sport. They're taking the game where it's never been.
See you there.
Now, in a little while, we're going to find out who the audience picked, but right now, let's find out who Marty selected. Okay, Marty, who'd you pick?
I picked Jim.
Pick Jim.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Now, in Glove Connections, we always get both sides of the story, and Jim's backstage, so let's welcome Jim Allen. Hi, Jim. Hi, Chuck. How are you, Jim?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Good. What was your first impression of Marty?
Let's see. Pulled up in front of her house. I had to call her for her because she didn't give me her apartment number. Hey, Marty. She comes out on the balcony. I think it was an undershirt or something. She didn't have her clothes on yet. Great Legs was my first one.
Great Legs.
I think that was it.
Great Legs. What was your first impression of Jim?
Well, I was checking him out on the balcony, too, and I almost asked him to turn around so I could see his behind first. But I decided against it. I was a little behind time. I had rushed home
So to speak.
to clean up my apartment and everything.
Good one. Good one. Thank you.
I rushed home from work to clean up my apartment and make sure everything was just absolutely perfect. And I took so long doing that I was less than perfect when he got there. And that's
So
how
you
he
weren't
saw
quite
me.
ready?
No, not quite. I was
Where did you
just
go on your
decided
date?
ready. We went to a comedy club in Hollywood, and we
Oh,
saw
nice.
Richard Pryor. And
Oh, great.
we had a
Good
fine
evening.
time. We
Had a good time?
fine time.
What made it?
We went to get a bite to eat, and then we went back to my apartment.
Back to your apartment. Yeah. Anything unusual happen that we should know about?
Well, no, I was really trying so hard to get to know him that toward the end of the
Probably
evening...
try to get behind him, too, right?
I was getting toward that, but I asked him so many questions, I was fearful that he might think I was interviewing him for something.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
tried
feel
to
much
find
pressure.
out.
Did you feel like you were getting interviewed?
I noticed the questions. I didn't feel much pressure. We were riding down the street, and she goes, "You're kind of cute." And then we got out of the car, you know, and I guess she was obviously checking me out. I wasn't paying much attention. And then she goes...
I thought I was a little more subtle, but
And
apparently
she said,
not.
and then she goes, "You are kind of cute." I said, and of course, I returned the compliment.
Yeah? Well, what happened then?
Well, while we were at my apartment, we just spent a lot of time talking and getting to know each other. And it got rather late, and both of us had
How
to
late
work.
did it get?
About 4 in the morning.
That's real late.
Yeah, I didn't get work the next day till about 11:30 or something.
Sound like you guys had a great time.
I did.
Yeah.
I did, too.
I did.
Okay, now it's time to see who the audience selected, and let's take a look at that right now, okay? Oh, my gosh, 83%. That's a lot. Yeah, good. 83%. Well, now, we picked up the tab for first date, and if you like, we'll pick up the tab for your second date if you'd like to go out with Jim again.
I'd follow Jim to hell.
Would you really?
Yes. I guess I would.
Jim, why don't you come out and join me?
Give me a ride home? I bought a flower for you.
Let's sit down here. Let's see. You guys, everybody's talking about gifts. You got a gift?
No, they're the pictures that we took that night.
Oh, you took pictures.
Yeah, we had to
You
stop.
have something for her. You want to walk over there and get it? Just
could I?
yeah, they had it
yes,
for you
I'd
right
love
there.
to.
Just
Thank you.
take off just a second. What did you had some pictures taken?
Well, we stopped at a convenience store on the way.
Look what she's got. Nice.
Oh, isn't that nice?
This is for you.
Hey, little rose. We have a very nice gift for both of you, and we want to thank you so much for coming on the show and being a part of our show. You're a delightful couple. You really
Definitely
are.
my
Thanks.
pleasure.
Yeah. We're going to come back with another couple in just a minute. Stay with us. We're back, and this time we're going to meet a man who chose a date from our video library. Now, he's been single for 16 years, and he said he doesn't go out on many dates. Please welcome Alan Weil. Hi, Alan.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good. Come sit down. Why don't you date much, Alan?
Well, I belong to a lot of single clubs, and I find that by meeting a lot of people instead of going out with many, I have a much better chance of finding what I'm really looking for.
Oh. Well, have you had any serious relationships since your divorce 16 years ago?
Yes, I've had 3 or 4 since 1968. I lived with somebody for about 8 years here in Los Angeles.
Oh, is that right?
Right.
I see.
Right.
Well, now we know a little bit more about you. We're going to show you a portion of the tapes that Alan saw. Now, remember, you're going to vote again, okay? So first there was Jody. She's from Kansas City. She does volunteer work with teenage delinquents, and she thinks she will get married again.
Probably, I would feel the third time's a charm. I'm not in any rush. I think that I need this time to really find out who I am, and that's exactly what I've been doing.
Next, there was Gloria. Now, she was raised in Detroit. She says she's very independent, and she knows that it causes dating problems.
I had a man say to me at one point, "You'd hardly be worth the bother." And as it turned out, I dated him for about a year, constantly reminding him of that. It was fun. It was interesting.
And finally, you watch Joan. Now, she's from New York City, and she enjoys music, but she finds that her dancing style can lead to trouble.
I have found out in the past that I can get raunchier dancing slow and close than I can dancing separate and apart. I really get into the dancing, and I have been known to say to someone I don't know too well, now, don't read me wrong, you know, don't expect anything from this but the dance.
Now, before we find out who Alan chose as his date, let's take a look at all 3 women once again, okay? First, there was Jody, a 49-year-old editor. Then Gloria, who owns a cosmetics studio, and she's 48. And finally, Joan, and she's 49, and she's a business manager. Okay, audience, it's time to vote again. Who do you think the best lady is for Alan? Here in the studio and at home, too. Please make your choice right now. In a little while, we're going to find out who the audience picked, but right now, let's find out who Alan selected, okay? Who'd you choose?
I chose Jody.
You picked Jody.
Right.
Okay. You got a lot of people in agreement with you there.
That's good.
Yeah. Now, here on Love Connection, we always hear both sides of the story when there's a date involved, and Jody's backstage. Let's welcome Jody Avery. Hi, Jody. Jody, what was your first impression of Alan?
Weird.
I beg your pardon?
Weird.
Weird?
Yes.
In what way?
Well, when we were talking about where we wanted to go, he asked me where I wanted to go, and first I suggested Disneyland, and he said, things that go around make me sick. So I thought, well, we'll go straight across. How about going over to Catalina on the boat? And no reaction. And then I thought, well, how about a harbor cruise? And he said, can we just forget about boats? And by this time I thought, gee, everything makes him sick. So I said, well, how about we go to the beach? And he said, fine, what time do you want me to pick you up? And that's where we went.
Yeah, how'd it go? Pretty well, Jody?
It started out, you know, very formally. But I realized as we did more talking that if I could get past some of the things like the broccoli and the fact that he didn't own a jacket and some of the things that I just...
Wait a minute. You don't own a jacket? No. Of any kind?
No.
Not even a windbreaker?
I have a top coat.
Oh, but not a suit jacket or a sport jacket?
I one time had them, but that was many years ago when I had jobs where I had to wear a suit. And about 10 years ago, I decided I no longer wanted to wear a suit and tie, so I threw it all out and just kept sport clothes like this.
Jody?
Yeah.
What else?
Well, I think you didn't hear me say about the broccoli.
No. What happened with the broccoli?
Well, he told me that he goes on binges of eating nothing but broccoli for days at a time for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I found that just a little strange.
It's really very good, and it's also very nutritious.
How did you two really get along? Huh?
Yes, we got along very well, because I would say that once we got to walking on the beach and the barriers came down, we really got to know each other very well. And by the time we got to dinner, I would say the whole thing had turned around where I was no longer a weird person. The broccoli didn't matter. Nothing mattered except the way we really felt about each other.
You were communicating on a whole different level at that
right.
point. Yeah. Well, that's kind of nice. Was there any romance on this date at all?
Yes, there was.
Yeah? Tell me about it. Jody?
Well, when he took me home, I guess it was about 1 o'clock, and he said that he really didn't want the date to end, so we extended it somewhat. It finally ended about 9 o'clock Sunday night.
Missed each other since you've been apart?
Yes.
Because you haven't been able to speak to each other since.
Right.
Yeah. Have you missed him, Jody?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Good. That's nice. I like that. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look and see who the audience selected for you, Alan. Let's hope that they selected Jody, too. Oh, yes, I believe 47%. Yeah, that's good. Well, we picked up the tab for the first date. If you like, we'll pick up the tab for this date. And who knows, maybe this one will last months. Would you like to do that?
I'd like to very much.
Jody,
yes.
would you like to sing finally?
Sure.
Well, come on out here and join us. There she is. Hey, come on over. Come sit down. Well, you guys, isn't that nice that when something can start off and not be at all what you expected it to be and have it turn out so nicely?
That's what happens when you keep an open mind.
Yeah, that's great. Well, you all are a very attractive couple together. You really are.
Thank you.
Even though he doesn't have a sport coat. I don't care.
I may have to go out and buy one.
I'll shape him up, too.
Well, let me ask you then, do you think you would buy a sport coat for her?
Yes, I would.
Now, that's saying a lot for a guy who hasn't had one in 10 years. Well, we have a nice gift for both of you, and want to thank you very much for coming on the show and sharing your date with us, and we hope to see you again. Let us know how things go, will you?
Okay.
Yeah, we'd like to hear that. Listen, that's our show for today. We're all out of time, but we're going to be back tomorrow with more singles, and we're going to be trying to make love connections right here. You see, sometimes it does turn out good. We'll see you tomorrow.
Some guest on Love Connection will receive one of the following. Ambush, a modern floral fantasy, rich with excitement. A fragrance just as lovely and surprising as an unexpected bouquet. Ambush by Dana, the fragrance for romance. Or from La Choy, make your meals swing American with these fine La Choy canned and frozen products. Or genuine Z-Brick brand facing brick. Add richness and character to your walls with easy-to-apply Z-Brick wall facings. Beautify your home with genuine Z-Brick. Or a versatile, full-valued R106 10-channel public service scanner radio. Scan for the action with Regency. For Love Connection, this is Rod Roddy.